things that we're looking for are, one, how far the bag actually drops. A lot of freestyle lines you see today are kind of midliney, and a lot of people actually have much larger backup loops than I have. I've got pretty average, pretty similar to when you have a walking line. And then two, we're going to see what happens when you take a backup fall and there's a bunch of candy canes in the line. And then three, I'm also interested to see what happens to the freestyle section when we take the backup fall. Alrighty, 0.88 on the line scale. That should be about 200 pounds. Hell yeah, brother. Amanda is sending out our weight to the middle before we get it all twisted up.
Yee. Oh shit, making it to the trick zone!
Oh, so close. I'm out here on the line, and I got the bag all the way out to the middle and unclipped the back up from my hangover so that the hangover isn't involved in the whip. And I'm gonna roll back and put a bunch of twists in it. Look at all those twisty boys. Oh yeah. I just took a rock that I found right here at the anchor. So this isn't a special rock, it's just a normal rock. And we're gonna test what happens when you got abrasion. You can already see, I just did a little teeny test. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm putting about 5 pounds of force on this. And let's just do like,
oof.
Yeah, that's some good abrasion, just one
you hear it.
Okay, so that looks pretty bad after like just 4 or 5 little swipes. Okay, so I think I'm through half of it now.
Yeah.
Alright, watch your eyes.
Yep. Wow.
Okay, we're about to go.
Hell yeah, brother!
I'm down here by the bag, definitely decked, and this freestyle section did some fun things. It is holding some of the tension because you can see on the hangover here that it's some of the weight from the bag is on the hangover, but through the freestyle section there's no tension. Got some carnage on the freestyle section from the webbing sliding through. You can see it's pretty melted on the inside. I don't know if you can hear that on video, but it's pretty crackly in there. Definitely melty. To conclude this video, I wanted to add a couple of finishing thoughts. One, this is a really good lesson in making sure you have enough padding. Abrasion can really do damage to your webbing really fast. Now, with the freestyle section, you can see that we've got some serious abrasion and the core of this actually melted. That may have been due to the fact that my hull bag was clipped to the main line when it whipped, so it pulled a lot of the main line through it really quickly. And that might not happen in a real situation, but I think it is good to be aware that it's possible that with webbing moving through it that fast on the backup fall, you can melt your sheath. And beyond that, if you're able to melt your sheath, you're also able to melt your webbing, which we did see in the pink tube here. There's a section that was in the freestyle, and when it was pulled through the sheath really quickly, it melted it. So, what we set out to find. Can we get abrasion on our backup loops if it's candy caned around our main line like crazy? And what did we find? Not in this circumstance. We didn't get that, but that doesn't mean it'll never happen. And seeing what happened with the sheath between the pink tube and our freestyle section, I don't think that it's that crazy to think that it's possible to happen. I had climbing spec backup, which is a really slippery webbing, and I think that it's possible that it can just slip through without having enough heat from the friction. Since it's slippery enough, there's not that much friction. And it might actually not be abraded so much. And there's a might there because you need a lot larger sample size than just one test, but that's just a theory I have. That being said, my backup line, aside from the fact that I took a backup fall, is just as good as it was before the test. There's no abrasion, and I didn't notice any damage from tapes or anything from this test at all on the backup.